But for the grace of God, go I. It could have been very easy for me to be sitting right there behind those walls of the disciplinary barracks at Fort Leavenworth. But it was because of the American people. It was because people found out about my story that I was able to be standing here in front of you. And I tell you this, that the reason why what happened in 2003 is because I could stand here right now and commit to each and every one of you, commit to each and every one of the families here, that I will not rest, I will not tire, I will not grow weary until those 10 men are freed and those sentences are taken away. You've heard all the stories from the families, but this is what I want to share with you. And I know you've been sitting out in the good hot Kansas sun, getting the great tan. But there is something upside down in the United States of America. There is something terribly wrong in this country. And when I think about, as I flew out here from the time of my experience in 2003, I think about Captain Roger Hill, a young infantry captain that was relieved of his command and prosecuted in Afghanistan. I think about the Haditha Marines, who a member of Congress even had the audacity to call them cold-blooded murderers. I think about the U.S. Navy SEALs, who we tried to prosecute for punching a guy who was the one responsible for killing, the mutilation, and the dragging of the bodies of Americans in Fallujah. I think about Marcus Luttrell in August of 2005, when they made the decision that caused the lives of 19 special operators in Afghanistan. I think about Marine First Lieutenant Ilario Pantano. And as I think about each and every one of them, and it brings me to where we are today, thinking about these 10 men, 10 warriors, 10 of America's best that are sitting there in confinement. How is it that this country has gotten so upside down? How is it that we are now taking the people that will sacrifice to defend the freedoms and liberties that we enjoy, and we take away their freedoms and liberties? It's because of some very simple things. And the first thing is, we have a failure to understand and identify who this enemy is and their tactics. If we don't understand this 21st century battlefield, that you are always going to have non-state, non-uniform belligerents that realize what our tactics are. We don't understand their tactics. They will continue to hide in and amongst civilians. They will continue to put our soldiers in untenable positions where they have to make very quick decisions. And any of you that's ever been out there in a combat situation, you know one simple thing. In a firefight, you got about 3 to 5 seconds, and people start losing their lives. And the enemy recognizes that. That's why they fire upon our men and women, and then they run into houses where women and children are. That's why they go and they get young children. They hold them up as shields while they continue to put fire on our soldiers. If we don't have people that recognize that we're fighting against an enemy that has no respect for life, not their own, not anyone else's, but yet we continue to punish our own at the behest of the enemy that we refuse to identify.